all so much for being here. The night after we got engaged, I told Greg that I had some thoughts about where I wanted to get married, and that it was time for me to bring him into my thoughts. And so told him about this idea to come here, and he was just all on for it. I'm just so grateful that he went for it. So thank you guys so much. This was a very special place to be in college. I sat right there with my family, my dad, my grandfather for my brunch for college graduation. So it means so much to me that they were here to be part of that. Thank you all so much for coming from literally all over the country. I think I counted like 12 states, from California to New Jersey, to be here. It means so much to have your support today, and we ask for your continued support as we begin our adventure together. And to our dear parents, thank you so much for making today happen.
Both of my sister's weddings were 400 people plus, so it was quite a struggle for me on our side to whittle it down to the people who mean the most to us. So everyone that's here, you mean a lot to us. And well, don't get too full of yourself. But yeah, it means a lot to us that you were here to share this special day with us. It's just an awesome day. The weather worked out great, and thank you so much.
I saw a 45-minute speech. It was by far the best one, so I got it right here. No, we'll keep it under 40. But above 30, of course. Alright, so good evening, everyone. I want to first welcome everyone here. Kristen, you absolutely look stunning. Your glow tonight is very contagious, and you can see it. That is infecting everyone in the crowd. Thank you for inviting all of us here. We're very honored that today we're able to show your support between you and Greg. You're unique. Right? Well, this is too hard to get. It is with great pleasure and honor that I have the opportunity to introduce to you guys Mr. and Mrs. Gregory Barkimer. Maybe it'll be 35 minutes. Although we did not share the same major 15 years ago, I was introduced to Greg at the Ohio State University. From the very beginning, I have always looked up to him, primarily due to stature. There are so many great memories that I have with Greg. From the spontaneous marches of Script, Ohio, and the late evenings, to the late night chess matches that we would have together that would literally last for weeks, if not months on end. The concerts that we attended inspired him to appreciate not only the fiddle, but also take up the banjo. The excitement he expressed was always contagious to those around him, thus following those who were not able to attend his concerts, like Shinedown. They were able to experience it through his eyes, sometimes for many years to come. What a true friend Greg is.
Thanks, Greg.
Greg was never timid, shy, or afraid to speak his mind. As Stone stated in his book, 5 Marks of a Man, the man needs to have a vision of your life and how to make those hard choices. You need a team to help support those goals. Once Greg had set his mind to it, he saw the decision was at no end. It has been fun seeing Greg's professional transition from not only a math teacher at a juvenile detention facility, leaving his job behind, to enter into the Fisher College of Business, where he earned then his master's degree, MBA, and then certainly his new job in Cincinnati, which I believe is securely tracking every one of our purchases and everyday goods. A little creepy, right? It is my belief there that there's nothing that Greg cannot do. So naturally, when Greg told me about someone special, my reaction was, holy Moses! After our introduction, I knew that God is working his magic. Kristen is a very kind-hearted, has a very loving heart, and very close-knit family with a great sense of humor. I could tell immediately, as stated at last night's ceremony, that she was the perfect complement to Greg. And God has had that for me. 34 more minutes remaining, right? So Tope continues to write, I have come to believe that in transition to manhood marks not by age, but it's about something much more substantial. It's about assuming responsibility for your place in the world and stepping into then those new realities. One defined by strength, purpose, and a code of honor. Greg has always exuded these fine qualities. After spending time with Greg's family, one will realize very quickly that these qualities originate from his role models, known to us and know them best as Denny and Jan, but to Greg as Mom and Dad. Marriage is truly an institution, as stated at today's ceremony. It is full of happiness and changes and challenges. I know that both of you will exceed all of your expectations and dreams together. This is true because you have a team that is truly supporting both of you and your goals. For them, we are all honored to be here to deliver them this toast. So, without further ado, Greg and Kristen. This life journey is filled with many surprises and challenges. Together, the two of you will write your own story. Never forget that all of us here and those looking down upon us support and love you fully. With this, let's raise our glasses to a lifetime of joy and happiness to the new couple. Let us all overindulge in life's love and happiness for the new couple, and therefore, in words that were spoken better by none other, especially one better than me. Be drunk the way you are. Cheers.
The date was May 16th, 1980-something. Angela and Daryl Stutz gave birth to the perfect little girl named Kristen Elizabeth Stutz. My dad's life was seemingly complete as he had always wanted just one child. He himself was an only child. And let's be honest, if they had stopped there, Kristen Elizabeth would have had quite the charmed only child life. As my dad had arranged a Rolls Royce, complete with red carpet and umbrella treatment for the ride home on her first day home from the hospital. I'm sure my dad was thinking, wow, we did good. Could it get any better? For almost 3 years, our little Kristen was the center of attention, the apple of Angela and Daryl's eye. Life was good. Now, for those of you who know my mom, you know that when she prays, God listens, and she doesn't stop until the answer is clear. Angela had been praying for not 1, but 3 children. So fast forward almost 3 years, and enter Kristen's worst nightmare, named Angela Dara Stutz. This red-headed thing of wonder came quickly into this world as she couldn't wait to dethrone the only child princess of the Stutz castle. Our relationship was not love at first sight. Kristen tried her best to get rid of me during those first few years, stepping on me, trying to return me to the hospital, pushing me down the steps in my walker, and other things I'm sure my battered memory just can't remember. I wish someone would have pulled Kristen aside during her young, rebellious childhood and said, "Careful, she will be speaking at your wedding one day." Fast forward 15 to 18-ish years, and we eventually stopped our divisive ways and started our now cherished friendship. Kristen had no choice but to have 2 sisters, but she definitely had a choice in being the sister that she is. I wish everyone would get to have a sister like Kristen. She is selfless, caring, generous, kind, loving, and supportive. She is my voice of reason when I have a work issue, my encouragement when Jack is being Jack, and always able to help me make a better decision than I would have made on my own. She has taken me as her travel buddy on my most favorite of adventures, not hers, and always has been generous to our family. Serving us in whatever way she could. When I called her on August 18th, 2014, and said I needed to give birth the next day, even though she was walking off the plane in Seattle, Washington, she immediately got her flight to Nashville and was awaiting Jack's arrival in the waiting room the minute he was born on August 19th. She is fiercely loyal to those she loves, and Procter & Gamble is no exception. Here it comes. There's probably not one generic product in her house, and she will let you know very quickly if you have a competitor's product in yours. She is so brand loyal that she had the colors of Pepto-Bismol pink and Tide orange custom blended together to make our bridesmaids. Neutral color-loving sister into a bright pink dress. Maybe toddler Kristen needed one last jab at Dara before she became Mrs. Barkimer and could no longer get away with such antics. So to quote John Mayer, to the woman who puts the color inside of my world, I wish you everything that you've given to your family. Greg, you hit the jackpot. Treat her well, or you may find yourself answering to toddler Kristen. Now, Greg, consider this your brother-in-law prenup. Kristen and I have some things in place, and I need witnesses to this, that I need you not to mess up. Number 1, I get access to your Amazon Prime account. Number 2, I hack into your cable account at night and watch TV on my phone. Do not separate me from the Real Housewives. They make me feel normal. Number 3, nice Mother's Day gifts and birthday gifts. My sister spoils me, and calls me really nice things on those occasions, such as Wonder Woman. Don't mess that up for me. Or you may meet adolescent Vera, and she makes toddler Kristen look like a joke. To quote my dad, Kristen, you are my hero. And I am so #blessed that God brought me into this world to keep you humble. Being your sister is a cherished role, and I can't wait to see your marriage flourish, and you and Greg become a stronger couple who will conquer this life together. I love you both.
And I think it's a sign of Kristen's true love for me that I use Colgate toothpaste and she still married me.